Hi guys, I have decided to film an updated kitchen tour since there have been some little changes since the last time I filmed kitchen tour. And if you're first time here, then hi, welcome. My name is Anneli and this is a rental apartment which came with some furniture pieces like this chair, this dining table, chairs, and some other dishes and knick-knack. So I will point this out. So I will point out the things that don't belong to us. And it's an open plan kitchen. And there are no windows here, which means that this side is really dark. So I have turned on all the lights. And I will show you how dark it is without any lights. It's 10:27 in the morning and this is how dark this side is. I would personally prefer a little bit lighter kitchen. I think this background backsplash and countertop is a little bit too dark and a little bit too busy for me, but I am kind of used to it now. And we have open shelving here. I am quite glad that they didn't put any upper cabinets, otherwise this small kitchen would look extra small. And even though it's quite small, it fits everything that we need, with the exception of pantry and some larger appliances that we keep in the storage room. So when you come into the kitchen, here we have my cat's pictures. This one does not want to stay straight. I need to fix that. And this is just my water glass that I have had for over 20 years, I think. These two notebooks are for my cat and blood pressure monitor. It's just easier to keep them outside, although I would prefer that there would be some kind of little drawer, or that I would have some like little space where I could keep it hidden, but it is what it is. And on top here I keep rose quartz. I do try to keep the countertops as minimal as I can, but since there are not so many cupboards, I need to keep some things outside. And I think it would look also kind of funny if it would be everything empty. So this area here is more like breakfast stuff. Here we have peanut butter, some oats, I need to buy more of them, flax seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, cinnamon, nutmeg. And here we have some bowls, and two of them are in the dishwasher. And this teapot we use for cooking, for boiling water for tea and oatmeal, and also for making hot chocolate. We do not have separate tea kettle because we don't need it, and also it would take a lot more counter space here. And also we don't have a toaster or microwave because we just don't need them. Here we have a food processor. We keep it out because we use it all the time. This wooden bowl came with the apartment, and I'm quite glad that we have it because it's really large and great for bananas. And these are all the spices that I use for cooking. I cook every day, but I don't need more than that. And here I have homemade granola. And down here are some of the pantry items. In here we keep protein powder, damari, different kind of oils. In the back we have salt, citric acid. In this bag we usually keep potatoes, but it's empty right now. In the back we have cocoa powder, some tea, vitamins, and rice noodles, xylitol, and baking powder and things like that are in the back. In this drawer we have all of our cutlery. These are all the spatulas that we have. It's actually more than we need, I would say. Scissors, knives. This one, the tip is broken, but my partner insists on keeping it, so that's why we bought this one. And yeah, I use mostly this one. We do have larger ones, but we rarely use them, so I keep them separately. And down here we have this for lemons. These two came with the juicer, food thermometer, and our thermos. My partner gifted me this thermos, Eat Plants, Love Animals. These are really nice and useful when going hiking on cold weather, and they were also very useful when we were moving because who wants to cook on the day when you move? So I had warm food that I could eat in the evening. It was really nice. Stainless steel box that my partner uses for work. And down here we have stainless steel pot. This shaker my partner uses for protein shakes sometimes. Colander and enamel pan. And one thing I also like is that these drawers have this silent closing. So moving on, here we have induction stovetop. I quite like it. The only thing I don't like is that it makes this sound when you turn it on, and I haven't figured it out how to turn it off. So if anyone knows how to do it, please leave me in the comments below. Down here, this is a linen towel that my friend gifted to me a few years ago, and it's from a small company from my home country. And I think I really like this, that it's like very neutral and then it has this pattern. And it's actually with a magnet, but we don't have any magnetic space in this kitchen. And in the oven we just keep this pan that came with the oven, pizza stone, but it looks really dirty, but apparently it's how it's supposed to look like. And here we have cast iron pan that we use for pancakes and frying vegan schnitzels and things like that. And down here, one of the lunch boxes is missing. My partner is currently using it. Here we have a glass pan that I use for lasagna and baked oats. We used to have two, but my partner broke one, and it was a horrible mess to clean up, but luckily I didn't need to participate in the cleaning process. And a grater that I never use, but my partner wants to keep it. And these two things, they came with the food thermos. I don't think we have much use for it, and I wouldn't have picked this insert for my thermos, but I didn't know that he will buy it, otherwise I would have said no to that. But yeah, we are keeping them for now. Maybe in the future we can let them go. This is for hand mixer, and this pan I need to ask my partner. Maybe we can let it go because we rarely use it. And here is just some baking paper. And moving on, here we have all of our plates. It's certainly more than we need, but we have a dishwasher, so it's kind of good to have extras, and also in case they break. And in the future I would like something either handmade or plain white dishes, but I think we will have these for many more years, so yeah. And down here we have just dish mat, kitchen towels, reusable cloths. Here we keep extra knives, extra cutting board, wooden cutlery, and these are compost paper bags. And let's move on up here. I will open both of these. So the very top is empty, and here we have a sandwich grill that we lately don't use so much. Then we have hand mixer. The upper glass bowl came with the apartment. And then we have some bottles, my water bottle, and behind we have our tea thermos. Down here we have some more glass jars. Glass bowl, this belongs to us, and this is the main pot that I use for cooking. And behind we have some things that came with the juicer and food processor. And here we have our mugs. Again, we have more than we need, and some of them are also in the dishwasher. But in the winter we drink tea every day, so it's again kind of nice to have extras. This pot holder also was a gift from my friend, and I put it here so that it kind of covers this outlet and this area. This cable situation here is not my favorite, but it is what it is. Down here we have some cutting boards. These larger ones are mostly used for when we bake bread or pizza, and smaller ones I use every day. And the scale I keep outside because I use it every day, several times a day, for my cat. And again, this towel here is for my cat stuff. I always have something drying here, either his bowls or inhaler or syringes, and it's just easier to keep it outside. And moving on to this side, we have some glasses. This apartment came with a lot of wine glasses and a lot more these water glasses, but we put them away in the storage room. And these are from IKEA. These, I have no idea if they are also from IKEA, but these belong to us. And here we have our teas. Most of them are green tea, and one is antioxidant tea that we like to drink in the evenings. And please ignore this dirt here. It does not come off when I clean it, so I think the previous tenant maybe did it. They had a child, so maybe they did something. No idea. And down here we just keep our vitamins, supplements. B12, very important for us because we are vegans. Xylitol I take after every meal, and magnesium that I take every evening. And in this box we just keep some snacks. And up here we have a lamp that we installed by ourselves. Well, installed, we used two-sided tape. I don't know how it's called, but I know that we will need a hair dryer to remove it, and it will probably be pretty difficult to remove, but I think it will be possible. And it's dimmable, and it's touch sensitive, so that's quite nice when doing dishes. And our black sink, I really like that it's very deep, and I really like that they put this kind of what is this tap here. And under the sink area is as organized as it can get. In the back we have our refill station. We have our down there is laundry detergent, and the upper one is dish detergent. Then we have some dish pots for the dishwasher, salt in this, and I usually don't use trash bags for recycling. I use food packaging, and in the back in the box I have extra food packaging for the trash. And some of the cleaning products are here that I rarely use. We needed to buy this drain cleaner because we had some fluid situation in the bathroom. That I hope it won't happen again because I don't like to use these very strong chemicals, and also the bleach there because we had some mold situation when we moved in. And again, I hope we won't need it again. Then moving on, here we have a dishwasher. It's really large, so we use it only once or more like twice a week. And I use this natural loofah for dishes. On top of the fridge we have this lamp that came with the apartment, and unfortunately I don't have anywhere else to put it, so it needs to be up there. And in the fridge it doesn't look very full, but it's actually enough for cooking at least once or twice more, depending on what I'm going to cook. Up here we have some tofu, vegan sour cream, cashew parmesan that I need to prepare new, and some burger sauce and black olives. This is medication for my cat that I hope we won't need to give again. Some cat food, wine that my partner received for his jubilee. We don't really drink much wine or alcohol, but yeah. Down here we have some dates, zucchini, carrots, and on this side, this is just my homemade body butter, D-vitamin, facial water. These are for my cat, and some soy milk and things like that. And in the freezer I keep a compost bag because I don't want any bugs, so it's better to keep it there. And also frozen blueberries and green peas, and it's kind of, the freezer does not fit a lot of food, so yeah, it's not very full. And here we have this very large dining table. It's way too large for the two of us, but it is what it is. I would have definitely picked a smaller table, but it came with the apartment, so yeah. And I always keep a bowl of apples or some other fruits here. I never have flowers at home, so this is kind of like a little decoration also. And up here we have this lamp. It's a nice, it looks nice, but we rarely use this lamp actually. I just turned it on for extra light. And now I will show what we keep in the storage room. And in the storage room we just keep our food processor and juicer. And here is extra part for the juicer. It's very large. And here is the rest of our pantry. We have some pizza, some snacks, extra tea, extra protein powder. And down here we have a lot of soy milk because we don't have this. We like this soy milk and we don't have this store here, so we buy it more when we visit that store. And rice noodles, they were on discount, so we bought extra. Some rice, cashews, popcorn, extra seeds, chickpeas and things like that. I try not to keep it too full because then I tend to forget what we have here. And this concludes the kitchen tour. I hope it motivates you to go through your own kitchen and declutter the things that you don't need. Thanks so much for being here and see you next time. Bye!